Alrighty, welcome back to Weenie Trades. So in this video, I'm going to be giving a SPY technical analysis and a brief overview of the tech stocks earnings and key levels to watch out for. And then I'm just going to be giving a quick day trading and swing trading recap. I definitely went to war with some of these stocks today, some for good and some for worse. So let's get right into the video. SPY had a pretty nasty day. If you were watching the live stream, I was short the SPY, looking for a further drop. And why was I short the SPY? Well, first of all, we're way too extended on the daily time frame. And we're just, extended 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days up. Generally, you're expecting some sort of a pullback after that. It doesn't mean that you just flat out go short, but if you are thinking that and you see a technical setup, I can go short. So we started to, make a lower high, and I just started to short the SPY right underneath, 439. But where is the SPY likely headed? Well, SPY, we came up short of the gap. There's a gap right here at about 435.50. I don't place too much of weight on the gaps, but the way it behaves around a gap is super important. If you go down to a gap and you miss the gap and fail, on face value, that's bullish, and you can expect continuation to the upside. However, if we start to come back down into that gap, that generally means the gap is not likely to be some support, and we can expect the SPY to most likely head lower. Again, this is all just probabilities. I'm not telling you guys to short the SPY or anything like that, but I'm just going to be on my toes if the SPY is starting to come underneath, 436. I'm looking for the SPY to potentially start to sell off just a little bit more, potentially down to this 432 and potentially down to this 430 area, given that there's no crazy earnings to the upside or any crazy earnings to the downside. So that's the SPY technical analysis for the end of the week. I'd be surprised if SPY starts to really break out. Google was the only stock that really reported well, and Google, really good move. I bet they're killing it. No surprise there. $100 expected move. We moved about $100 from where the market closed. So right inside the expected move. I can't wait to trade Google. If Google's above 2,700 tomorrow, I'm looking to go long and risk off of the old all-time high, 2690. So keep an eye out on Google. If we check out Apple, Apple I might be day trading tomorrow. Big bearish move. If Apple starts come a little bit under a 140. Cut down to this, 138.79, I'd be looking for the dip buy on Apple. And that's just my opinion. If we check out Microsoft, I'm going to show you guys an iron condor that I constructed later. But Microsoft beat earnings. If Microsoft starts to really sell off, I'd be looking for a dip buy on Microsoft. Still waiting for that dip buy, maybe about that 267 area. Maybe if it gets there tomorrow, down to 272. So looking for those dip buys. You could short the tech stocks. I'm not a big fan of shorting the tech stocks. If we check out AMD real quick, AMD had a nice good beat, but still kind of selling off in the after hours. If AMD starts to get above 93.50, this little pre-market high, then I'd be looking to go long. Otherwise, AMD might be a sell if it starts to really come underneath that $90 a share. So being very careful on AMD. And just briefly, I want to check on Starbucks over here. Starbucks, nice good little pump, but then straight into a dump. Starbucks was overbought into this earnings report. So as long as Starbucks is holding above 121, this previous all-time high, ideally even just 118, then Starbucks can continue the uptrend. Keep an eye out for Starbucks tomorrow. Let's get right into the day trading recap. Let's talk about the best trade of the day. Was actually a BABA short. And BABA, just a descending triangle formation. We made a low. We started to go down again. Another low. And then boom, we started to really break down on BABA right underneath that level, about 183. That was the flush point. Stop loss just above 183.50. And just took my profits right down there as BABA started to flush. And I said pre-market that I'm really looking for levels to short on these China stocks. And I said NEO, hey, if NEO gets up into 43, I'd love to short NEO. Boom, NEO went up into 43 and make a nice good low. I go ahead and sell right there, NEO. I put my stop loss above the highs. Boom, we make a lower high, H pattern. And I just went ahead and took my profits off in front of 41. I didn't think NEO was going to go much lower than 41. So NEO, nice good trade over there. But let's get into the worst trade of the day. The worst trade of the day was on SQ, but it really wasn't the worst trade of the day. I just read on the trade because of the way I scaled on SQ. If you want to take a look at some of those other trades, but SQ, it's a green day trading, but it's a red day swing trading, as we'll talk about in a bit. But SQ, I thought it was a really good dip buy right here at about, this 254 area. And why did I think it was a good dip buy? Well, if we go on the daily time frame, I was grabbing these prior tops. So I was grabbing this top, this top, and just this top over there. And I was looking for if we're extended into those support levels, I'm expecting some sort of a bounce. Well, I started to scale into square, and then boom, we got a nice good bounce. I take my profits. But then I did it again, and I started to get a little bit underwater. Square was really oversold on the day. At one point, Square was down almost 7% on the day. There was just, all the buyers just ran and ducked for cover. But it might be easier if I just go ahead and hit show trades over here. Show trades, right over here. There we go. Nice, good move. So, Square trying to get it going. Cotton consolidation, stopping out. Grabbing these dips right here and then finally getting a bounce, just barely getting the stop out. Net Square is an expense trade. Oh, well, the day trading day was good, but the swing trading got absolutely clapped. If we check the Robinhood portfolio, I have a lot of leap options and leap spreads that just got absolutely murdered today on the down move. And so, what happened to those Coinbase calls? The Coinbase call from yesterday got absolutely destroyed. Not super bad because it is a debit spread, which is why just having a lot of exposure really tends to really dampen that if you have a lot of positive deltas and there's a little bit of a red day, it's going to be red. And so that's why I like day trading a little bit more than swing trading. Also, sometimes it's not showing the correct price. Like this is showing it's worth 0. It's not exactly worth 0. Although MSTR did get absolutely murdered today. MicroStrategy completely gave up the gains from yesterday. It looks like that was kind of a trap. A trap to buy crypto yesterday. But oh well, that's why you reduce position size and monitor your risk. This is a Microsoft Iron Condor that I have. So if Microsoft can somehow rally up to 287.50, that's very unlikely. But if it does, then I can make this Iron Condor expire worthless. Whenever you're selling an Iron Condor, you're basically saying, hey, I just want you to stay right within this range. So if Microsoft can somehow rally by the end of the week, I can turn a risk of $45, and get a $205 profit. The max credit is the max profit. So super exciting stuff. I'm very happy with the trading day, even though today was a red day. Yesterday was a green day, and I'm more happy today than what I was yesterday. So pretty interesting stuff on trading. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be trading the tech stocks and other earnings tomorrow as we go through. Hopefully this video helped you out with the analysis. And thanks for tuning in. See ya.